Hey, what's up guys? It's NashCrafter and welcome to my channel for a brand new episode on the Imperial SMP. This is episode 7, I believe. This is usually the time in the videos or the series where I start to lose count. How do I do that? It's like so simple. It's so early in the season. Anyway, I digress. Welcome guys, welcome back to another episode of Imperial SMP. I am super excited to be back, of course. In the last episode, we built up my welcome center. So we are currently standing inside a very empty, very empty welcome center. There's not really much to see here, but there is a great view, I gotta say. But you guys, today we have a lot to do. I have just been thinking about everything that I want to get done today. I would really like to accomplish the interior of this build if we could, but there is a big looming mass that has been looming over my base for a very long time, and I know you guys have been excited to see it come and see it built and whatnot, and I'm excited to see it too. And that is, I think we're gonna start the mountains today, guys. Officially, woo! We are gonna officially start my big mountain project. It's not that I've been avoiding it, but I think I've just been mentally preparing for it because it's such a big build. Like, it's such a big build, but I feel like I'm sort of at the point where we've got our base planned. We've got the village cleared out. We have a couple builds that are already here. I have a storage system, so everything's organized. I have shulker boxes so that I can easily transport materials. And that's kind of the things that I wanted to wait for. I have an elytra so I can fly up and down this thing. That's going to make it a lot easier. So everything's kind of falling into place and things have been good. So I think I'm finally ready. I think I'm ready to start this project. So where we're going to start today is we are going to go down into my mine and we're going to dig a big hole. I have 2 beacons. Metrikit gave me 1, and then I have 1 from a previous episode that we actually harvested ourselves. That we got ourselves, I should say, by fighting a wither. And I'm going to take a couple little materials with me. Let's see. I kind of want to take... Okay, we're gonna have to take some shulker boxes here because we're gonna fill these up and bring these with us. We want stone and andesite. That is like the thing that we want. Okay guys, so we're down here in my mine and I got the Instamine beacon happening, which is so satisfying. So I'm gonna do this for, I think, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and let's just see how much stone we can get. I also brought my other shulker boxes because just gonna fill these up with stone and andesite. Alright, so I got about 5 shulker boxes full of stone and andesite. I was kind of sad that there was not that much more andesite. I was hoping for a lot more, but I didn't really get that much, so kind of sad. I feel like I should have dug at a higher level because I kept running into deep slate. So, okay, I am currently prepping. We just did the mining time lapse that you guys saw, and I'm prepping. Why am I trying to sleep? I don't even know. Again, I've had my coffee this morning, so my brain's a little on the fast side right now, but not the smart side. Fast doesn't always mean smart, it just means fast. So I wanted to come and do these ores with you guys because I got a little bit of ores down when I was mining, not too much, but a little bit. These torches drive me nuts. Let me put those away. Okay, so I've got my Fortune 3 pick, and we are just gonna go through and see. And you know what? I love emeralds. I feel like I have a way easier time getting emeralds than I do getting diamonds, and yeah, we've definitely got way more emeralds than diamonds. I currently only have a block of diamonds. I found 8 down in the mine when I was mining, which is not bad. It was 1 8 vein, which is, you know, kind of lucky, kind of fun. But yeah, I just wanted to come mine these with you guys. We got 17 extra diamonds. Pretty good. I'm going to put this in my stash. And to be honest, I actually need to keep this in my ender chest. I don't know why I'm not keeping it at my base when you're on an SMP is pretty pointless because shopping districts and things like that. So there is that. So I've gotten 8 shulker boxes pretty much full of stone and andesite ready for today's build. It looks like it's becoming nighttime. Let me go to sleep really quick. And this project is about to go down. Okay, I'm a little nervous because I know that this is gonna take me a lot of time. Like, I'm prepared for that. I feel like I'm mentally prepared for that. But at the same time too, I'm just like, I don't even know if I know what I've gotten myself into. And I was just thinking about it today, and one of the projects that always sticks out in my head, and when I get on a project, a lot of times like I'm going, like I like just go. Um and there was one project in my past that I did that with, and it was my drowned farm. It was the is it the drown farm? It was a trident drown farm that I wanted to build. It was on Decidedly Vanilla. I think it was on my second season of Decidedly Vanilla. I could be wrong about that. But no joke, you guys, that build took me 24 hours to do. I sat there and just muscled it for 24 hours. And I feel like this is what that's gonna be. Or this is gonna be that. It's gonna be very similar. So yeah, I'm prepared. I've taken on big projects before. I'm excited, and a lot of these are not fully full yet. Was it these two? It was these. So yeah, we're gonna get started on this, and I want to walk you guys a little bit through my thought process here as I'm going. I do need to repair my pickaxe though, so I think I'm gonna do that really quickly, just because if we do need to take anything down, pickaxe, we're gonna need my silk touch. We are not gonna be using my fortune. So let's head over to the ender. Man, if I had one slime ball, I would totally make a trash can down here. I need one sticky piston, and I do not have any slime balls, and I'm supposed to be selling slime. Like, I really, really, really want to sell slime this season. Because I don't know what it is, but I just like digging slime chunks. You know, the thing is, I don't even think I like digging slime chunks. I think I just like it's like such a satisfying project. I don't know. I just want to. I don't know. But we've mended up my pickaxe, and we are gonna head back to the base. So let's get to it. It's mountain time. Okay, ender pearls. This ender pearls chest is completely full. But you know what the good thing is? Actually, I'm kind of glad we got these, because I am gonna need probably a ton of ender pearls when building this mountain, because we are gonna use ender pearls as a way to kind of fling myself onto the mountain at some points. So, okay, going back to what I was talking about earlier, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I'm going to approach this. I've seen a lot of different ways of doing this. You know, I've definitely been looking at videos, definitely been trying to get a ton of inspiration for this project, because it's a doozy. You know, I want to go into it. I don't want to mess up. That's the thing. So I've been trying to take in as much material as possible and learn as much as I can from people who have already done it. With this project, I just went in with stone on our smaller mountain. And I think I'm going to do that again, because for me, it just feels like most of this mountain is going to be made of stone anyway. And I think what I want to do is I want to start at the bottom, because we can always start at the bottom and then make the top as tall as we want to. If we start at the top, that's going to limit us to stay at that height. And to be honest, if this thing gets super tall, I'm not even mad. I want it to be tall and grand and huge. So that is fine. Now, our starting point, I think what we want to do is we want to take it in small chunks. So that's why we laid out this wireframe. You know, we've got these smaller parts that we can sort of go in and fill in like we're coloring, sort of. Now, I'm almost kind of thinking I was going to start here where the bridge is, but maybe we should start on this mountain here, because this one's a little bit smaller. And if it goes wrong, I don't know. I'm having this weird calling to doing this section right here. Okay, so the way it goes is this is the smallest one, this is the most medium one, and then this one actually in the back here is kind of the biggest one. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this one. We're gonna start with the small one. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of start from the bottom, and we're gonna work our way up to the top, connecting it by kind of just going around, like creating the circle that we want and blending it into the ground, and then going up diagonally, and then, you know, up in steep parts and then down. So I think the way mountains go is they're mainly sort of at the bottom. they're not very steep. They have a gradual slope towards the bottom, and then as they go up taller to the tippy-tappy point, that's where they get steeper and steeper and steeper. So we need to remember that this bottom section can be very, very gradual. It can go up very gradually. And again, what we're going to do here is we're going to try to meet up these 2 points, I believe. So kind of going from here and just sort of working our way over. And I don't want to waste blocks. I'm really going to try not to do that because we only have so many. Now, where's the center point? We want to meet these up. I think we want to meet them up. The diagonal is kind of here. So I think we want to meet them there. This will give us a good base of where to meet them. So we can do something like that. That's not bad. Let's actually bring this one over a little bit and take that one out. I think that works. Yeah, that's cool. And then we can kind of start stair-stepping this over. Again, trying not to waste any blocks, not having double blocks because we want to preserve as many of these as possible if we can. So this is pretty much the way that I'm going to go about it. Oh, okay. So this too, we can kind of look and see if there's any funky bits happening. Like there's a little bit of a funky bit right there, but I think we could definitely morph it into the land and make it not look so funky. Now, another thing about the bottom too is we want it to look like it's actually flowing into the ground a bit. So there is going to be parts here on the bottom where it's a little bit thicker. Looks like it's just kind of cascading into the ground as mountains do, you know, they don't just go straight upward. Some do, but some don't. So there, I think that's a pretty good transition. No, we could even bring some of these out. We don't have to keep this like perfect. We don't have to, yeah, actually that looks really good. I like that. I am very much just thinking on the fly here. Is that a fish flopping? That's a fish flopping. Jeez. Another thing that I'm trying to do with this is I'm also trying to create little, connect the dots, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to make point A and then point B, and then trying to connect them. And another thing I'm doing too that I didn't really do on the smaller mountain too much because, okay, I noticed when I was building the smaller mountain that it got super bulbous really quickly. And I think a reason why that happened was because I didn't have a point A and a point B that I was trying to connect together. And you guys will see, like, right here is a point A, and then over there is a point B. But I'm also having sub-point A's and sub-point B's within the middle. So, like, I'll make this little stick here, and I'll be like, okay, I want to connect this stick to this stick. So how are we going to do that? Okay, we're just going to kind of go like that. And then I'll take a step back and be like, does that look good? Is that too steep? Or is that too, is it sloping too much? Like what, how can we fix this? What do we want to do with this to make this better? Okay, I like that. You know, I'll take a step back. Again, that was one thing that I really did not do with that mountain was I didn't create points between sections. Like, so here's like a point A right there, and here's a point B. So how are we going to connect those up? All right, so let's go back by one. Let's kind of come over. Let's go back by one there. Let's just kind of follow this natural curve. Maybe cover that one up. Maybe cover that one up a little bit. And something I'm noticing here, for example, and it actually might be okay. Yeah, actually, I think it's fine. I was gonna say this is starting to get a bit long. Like we're kind of shooting out a lot this way. But to be fair, I actually don't think it looks that bad. I think it could work. It'll create a steeper part of that mountain there, or that section of the mountain there. So I actually think that's going to be fine. And I need to get used to looking at this from all different angles. But yeah, I'm making more sub points. That was definitely something I didn't do with the smaller mountain. So I'm kind of learning from my lessons a little bit. But I think I want to make a sub point here, maybe there, so I can connect that piece there and connect this piece over here. So I think we'll do a little something like that. Could look cool. And then filling in any gaps I see. So maybe let's do, that's gonna have to be like that, I think. That looks good. Welcome back, guys. Hopefully my voice is okay. It's been a little bit scratchy this morning, but you guys, guess what? I finished half of the mountains. Actually, if we're thinking about it, I finished like a third of the mountains, or maybe a fourth. I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But yeah, they're basically finished. It's been, I think, 10 hours I've been working on this over the last day and a half-ish. I think I invested about 10 hours into this. So lots of stone has been placed, lots of andesite has been placed. It's been a crazy ride, but it's been really fun. It's been therapeutic, and I wanted to talk to you guys obviously about everything. So let's flip around and let me show you guys what the mountains look like. Now, you guys kind of already saw these in the time lapse, but I mean, hey, a walking tour is never a bad thing either. So I'm going to give you guys a little walking tour. So here is the grand reveal. Oh, the blocks have been placed. Before, we just had little wireframes. We just had, point A, point B, like nothing was filled in. We couldn't really see the grand scale of these mountains. And now we actually can. We can see quite a bit of the scaling of this. Now, this, I'm telling you guys, took me ages. I think like I said, I invested about 10 hours into this. And to be honest, it was really fun. Like, it was really therapeutic. There was definitely a time where I started to get a little bit kind of like, I was just like, oh my gosh, my brain is melting from placing blocks. But, oh, my voice is dying. Please ignore that. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. It's actually really early here. Oh, what the? That's new. What? Why is this here? I guess this is on Metrokid's side. I am pretty sure that's Metrokid's. I don't know what he's doing with that. But anyway, back to the mountains. I'm like, ooh, warped stems. Cool. No. Let me go to sleep really quickly so we can see these during the daytime. I also want to run these in shaders and see what they look like with like the sunrise and the sunset and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the process of this because it went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. Once I kind of got into a flow, it actually wasn't that hard. It just takes time. It just takes a lot of time. And it does take a lot of brain power. You do have to think. And you guys might be looking at this and thinking that there are some weird parts to it. For example, there's a little bit of patterniness in some places. There's places where I could smooth things out, put certain blocks, get rid of blocks, places that are a little bit more rigid than others, but it's a mountain. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go through and make it fully smooth and get every block perfect because it's more about the grand scheme of it than, the little specific details of it. So honestly, I'm really happy with it. And what's kind of cool is you guys can actually see where my wireframes were because there's snow layers on top of them. Now we are also going to be getting snow layers on top of all of these blocks, which is going to be very interesting. I'm gonna have to go through and add slabs and carpets to like basically everything. But I also wanted to mention that these mountains are not done by any means. Some of you guys might be looking at that and being like, that's a big block of stone. Yes, it is. It is right now. But I promise you guys that I'm not finished. This is just the basic part of the mountains done. Just the stonework is done. But as I did with the smaller mountain, I still have to go through. I have to slab. I have to add carpets. I need to go add snow to the tops. We're going to add kind of like glaciers to the top. So we'll add a little bit of ice and snow. These are going to be fully snow-capped mountains. So the whole tops of the mountains are going to be snow. There also is another mountain that I want to put here, but to be honest, I just couldn't even fathom carving out this mountain and kind of getting it how I want it to. It's actually, that's probably not going to be that hard, but it's going to be something that I come back and do later, just because, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. I just don't want to do it right now, okay? Just leave me alone. No, just kidding. But yeah, I'll come back and do that one where that little pole is later, because yeah. Now, a couple other things to mention about this. The back is not done as any good Minecrafter does. I left the back open because, oh my god, just doing the front facade took me 10 hours. So doing the back is probably going to take me another 10 hours. And I just, I wanted to actually just be able to see. But yeah, look at this. Like I said, as many good Minecrafters do, sometimes we don't always fill in the back, but that's okay because we'll eventually get to it. But with these big projects, they take time. It takes patience. You just gotta do what you can when you can, and I'm glad that I at least have the front done. And again, like I said, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna add snow-capped peaks. I'm going to add tough block to make some shadows. I'm gonna go and add slabs and stairs so we don't get snow layers. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do still, but this is the base framework. And I have to say, like, I'm so pleasantly surprised. I just think it looks really cool. And then, of course, this little last one on the right-hand side that we have to go do too. And that one's looking a little dinky at the top. I think I'm gonna broaden it a little bit. It looks like this like weird little like dink that just sticks up into the sky. I think I'm gonna thicken that up a bit, but we can do that with snow, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I think the last thing I want to show you guys on this is just the inside. I want to show you what it looks like because it's kind of dark and spooky and scary. It's basically a mob farm in here. Again, as many good Minecrafters do, never light up your builds. It's just something that we don't do. So yeah, here it is. This is the hole that is going to go into my mega base or my main base. This whole area is kind of a mega base, but this is the part that's going to go into my main base where my storage room is and my like automatic storage room. I'm going to have a lot of farms in here. Just basically everything like that. So yeah, guys, that is the mountain build pretty much finished for now. Of course, we're going to come back. We're going to do a few things. We're going to add some more stuff. We're going to add caps to everything and slabs and stairs and carpets and snow layers and things like that to make it look better. It has snowed since I last filmed the last clip, and so now I can actually see where I need to put snow layers, which is, or not snow layers, slabs. So that's actually really good. That's super, super helpful. But I wanted to show you guys really quickly what this looks like in shaders. So let me boot that up very quickly for you guys. Some of you guys ask what shaders I use. I always use BSL version of 4.1, and I have tweaked it. If you guys join my Discord, which will be linked down in the description box below, you can find my shaders settings because I did tweak the BSL shaders to my liking because there was like a white cast over it, and I didn't really like that. It was like very like this like weird foggy white cast. And I personally didn't like that, so I went through and like changed some stuff, but boom, there it is. There's what the mountains look like during the daytime. Pretty crazy. They look super cool. I'm actually really happy with how they turned out and how they look. There's definitely some spots that I want to go through and fix up a little bit, but I'll do that as time goes on. Now I'm gonna go up to the top because we could see this during sunset. I think that would be really cool because I'm pretty sure the sun sets over the mountains, so that's gonna be nice. So I think doing maybe just a little time lapse to finish out this video of the sun setting might be nice. So I'm gonna flip around and we're gonna look at it like this. I might flip it back once I'm done with the outro, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. You all are amazing. Don't forget to head down below, hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope to catch you all in the next Imperial SMP video. But let's watch the sunset together. Have a good one, guys. See ya.